Yeah, no, that's chewy for sure. Alright, good evening. So I got the StewMac Ghost Drive pedal kit. One of those right there. I thought it'd be fun. I've never built a pedal, as it were, but I've modded a couple pedals poorly, and I've wired my guitars poorly. You know, we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fun. Plus, I've got a special bonus mystery friend. One of these little cheap Centaur clone that I thought was pretty alright, honestly. One of those AliExpress ones, you know, $30, what have you. But figured this was alright. I can't compare it to an actual Centaur, but I've got one of these bad boys, and, you know, see how they stack. Yeah, so whenever I get around to that, I've got an intro now, so. Well, I'm probably going to go ahead and make sure all this stuff is in here so that I can build it correctly. I may as well do that. So I've got my enclosure, board, some jacks and switches, some screws, and a whole mess of stuff that actually does things. Hello, it is an undetermined amount of days later. Initially when I got my kit there were a few parts missing, so I got a hold of StewMac and they sent out the stuff I was missing, but unfortunately I think I poorly explained what all I was missing, so I got like not all of what I needed, so I got back to them again, and then it's okay, it's fine now. I've got all of it now, and I've been busy, so I haven't really got around to starting this up, but I think I'm finally going to. So I've taken the first steps here. Snipped the board out of its little frame, which was horrifying. It's probably the worst part because I thought I was going to break the whole thing right at the beginning. So I'm gonna start doing this, and we will see how it goes. Well, I've got my first component in here, a little diode. Let's go ahead and let's begin. First one. Alright, so here's a little bit more progress. Got most of my capacitors on there, all the diodes, all the fun stuff. I found a new kind of standstill it might be reaching. I'm supposed to have these two capacitors here, the 820 and 390. I don't think I have the right things for this guy. I think I just have two of the same like type. Alright, so it's been another couple days. I got my little StewMac order here. I finally got my single little capacitor I needed to finish this thing. So I should be able to do that pretty quick. Quick side note, I would like to interject my thoughts with some of my own more thoughts. So StewMac, just shout out to them. StewMac has been super dope. I have been using them for a long time. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Like, they could pay me if they would like, and that would be rad, but this is not that sort of deal. I just really like StewMac stuff. I use I've got their StewMac's membership deal. It's like $50 a year, and you get free shipping on everything, plus a bunch of discounts on stuff that they do all the time. It's rad. So like, for example, if you decide after you place an order that you want like a single 70-cent LED, you'll get free shipping on it, because I placed my whole order for my replacement parts and some extra stuff. And then afterwards I was like, oh yeah, I ought to get a red LED to put in the pedal. So I did that after the fact, and they'll still ship it up nice in a nice little thing, and it'll be free shipping and all that jazz. So I don't know. Shout out to StewMac. They're some great folks. I did it. Kind of cool. I will say, like, it wasn't overly difficult. Like, the instructions were laid out pretty. It was pretty self-explanatory, honestly. Like, if you've soldered if you've soldered anything really before, like if you kind of know the process and how to go about that, it really wasn't much. Like there was kind of a few like close spaces and stuff, but not, like I feel not overly confident in my soldering abilities, and I seem to have done a pretty alright job on it. So that is a testament to them being pretty good. So there's my completed Ghost Drive pedal. Let's see how it is. It is now another undetermined amount of days later, and we are finally testing the Ghost Drive. So I've got my ESP Custom Shop M2 with DiMarzio Titans bridge and neck, going into just the clean channel 1 of my Mesa Road King, with just the Ghost Drive in front. So here's just the chickas. We'll throw this on just everything at noon. Nice and it's nice. Definitely has a bit of a boost until you back it off quite a ways. Let's throw it back up to just noon, and then we get to see what these magical diodes are all about once we start getting the gain a bit up. Nice. It just sounds good. This is going to be the knob-free portion of the evening where I'm just going to kind of fuck around with the knobs, see how it sounds at different kind of points. So everything just noon right now. Let's go, let's mess with the treble settings a little bit and kind of throw this all the way back. Definitely not horribly dark with the treble all the way down, like... Just kind of takes that, kind of can tame some fizz, I guess, which is nice. Okay, but now we get kind of gross. Oh god. Now we're getting kind of that gooey Velcro fuzz kind of saturation to it, which is interesting but too much for me. Maybe I can... Alright, definitely still a bit much, so... Alright, treble, usable all the way off, but gets to be a bit much. For me, I think. Alright, so I've got the coil split on the on my Titan, so we can also see... I know they're not single coils, but we can kind of see how kind of jangly they get with the single coil emulation, if you will. So let's give it a little more drive again. But I'm gonna kill a little bit of that treble because I feel like these are gonna get kind of ice picky quick. Just being the single coil, you know. But we'll give it a little more boost to accommodate. I'm getting a little bit of noise, but for a single coil, I'm fine with that. So pretty gritty, pretty crunchy. Like that's fun. But it can also probably, let's see how well it. And that's nice. See, that doesn't get overly muddy. You can back the volume knob up like entirely to really clean it up, and it doesn't get super dull like I generally feel like it would. Like if I'm just going direct into the amp, backing off the volume knob will, sure, it gives you that gain reduction, but normally it really muddies up. It kind of acts like a tone knob as well. And that was with the drive like entirely up, for what it's worth. I never know what to play for like demo videos. People always got fun licks and shit. I'm sorry, I can't do all the fun, the proggy math rock tippy tappy stuff. I'm not that guy from Polyphonic, you know, the Muppet kid, Jim Henson, you know. I'm sorry. So I'm just playing, I don't know, basic shit so you can see how the pedal sounds, you know? But I never know what to play. Yeah, let's just dime it, get gross. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can chainsaw it. Just dime everything. Oh god. Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's really not a bad sound. Like, it's really an alright sound with your shit cranked like this. You're just keeping the treble gets definitely a bit much, but backing it off is pretty rad and not overly, like, not very noisy, you know, which is also great. Oh god. That was fun. That was a good run. It makes it nice and spooky. Oh shit, I gotta do something spooky. That's spooky. It's the ghost drive. Wait, okay. We can see if we can use this as a more traditional tube screamery boost, which I understand that it is not. Klones aren't tube screamers. I understand that. But I just want to see if it can kind of take away some fizz or tighten it up and do kind of the boost thing, whatever. So we'll go to channel 3 of the Road King here. Little bit kind of mid boosted a little bit for solo-y kind of stuff, right? So we'll do the traditional boost thing, kill the gain, dime the output, and then we'll kind of treble the taste, I suppose. But I might start out kind of low if I want to kind of take away some a little bit of fizziness. So let's let's just take all the treble away for now. Pretty alright. Maybe I'll give it a little more gain to kind of, for the extra magic diode, you know? Yeah, okay, let's just go all the way up.
Hell yeah. I think it does a pretty alright job. I think it does a pretty alright job of tightening stuff up. I mean, gives you a lot more gain. That's kind of the point I would be doing it for. Like, it's one of the things about going direct. It's hard to get feedback sometimes. Fuck it, I don't know. And we're back. Okay. So I have now got my cheap Klon and the StewMac Ghost Drive that I'm going to see how similar. I'm going to compare them. That's what I'm going to do that. So everything's at noon right now. So hopefully everything will sound about the same. Or hopefully the Ghost Drive sounds better, but that might just be a testament to how good the cheap one is. We'll see. Oh wow, okay, so the cheap one definitely seems a lot quieter already. So that's interesting. So at noon, the Ghost Drive has got a volume boost just with everything stock noon, right? The cheap Centaur, the change tar, or the couple cents tar, Reptar, the Reptar boy has a volume reduction at noon on the output, which is interesting. So this pedal's just louder already. But I feel like I can hear more of the clean signal in there, maybe? So let's see if I can get these to match now, I suppose. Sounds pretty close, honestly. We can get him to sound fairly close, I feel like, honestly. This one maybe just has a little more midiness in there, maybe? Let's see how they sound just cranked, though, so... No shit. Okay, well, the Ghost Drive doesn't do that, so I already like that more. That's fun. Oh. But if I kill the treble, it doesn't do that. Alright, let's get a lot of magic, mythical magic clipping diodes, and let's do some stacking. So here's clean. Let's get cheap clone. Let's get Ghost Drive. And let's throw the Helix clone, the Minotaur. Alright, so what's rad is that the noise is not horrible. So we got 3 clones stacked together, and that does not sound too bad. That's something. Alright, let's get kind of goofy with it, though, and let's start getting more gain involved. I could put a gate on, I suppose. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. If you can deal with the noise, which you probably could if I have an actual pedal gate. Oh. That's pretty rad. But what if we add even more gain to it, though? Yeah, no, that's chewy for sure. I wanted to see how the pedal would do in like a very full mix type of deal, so I've got 2 things up here. The first full mix I did is kind of a very blues lawyer, dad rock kind of deal, and I felt that necessary with a demo for a Klon. The second demo I've got is a lot more my style. This is kind of what I would use this for probably, but the left side is the Mesa Road King, the channel 4, my rhythm sound is boosted all to hell with this, and then the right side is actually just the drive pedal dimed out, and the treble making it not gross. But the right side is just purely the pedal, that wasn't any distortion from the amp. And then the lead is my lead channel from the Road King, boosted with this guy as well. Right. Overall, I do like it a lot. I reckon it's got the Klon thing going for it, right? I do like that there's the volume boost on mine at least, because you know, just gives it some boost right from the get-go, right? Like, that's fun. And then it's just got all that extra boosty goodness from there on out. I'm definitely gonna put it on my board. I think it'll stack with the other drives that I've got nicely, like the plumes and like a fuzz pedal I can do with it. I think that'll be cool, probably work out well. I tried to document as best I could the building process. I really didn't have any trouble with it. Like, there was a couple times I thought I might have kind of had like a bad joint, but I would kind of redo it, had no problem seemingly. Like, I didn't have to go back and do anything. It worked on the first try. That being said, I could have messed something up, and that's why I've got that volume boost and tone like, I don't know. Maybe I kind of ended up with a special, unique product, but I definitely enjoy the way it did turn out, so I'm about it. I mean, it was fun to build it. I've never built a whole pedal, and now that is not true. I have now. Hope you enjoyed my video on it, though. It was fun to do, it was fun to shoot. Tell me if you got one of these. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if yours differed from mine, because maybe yours didn't have a wild volume boost in there. Maybe that's just how it is. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. All is fine and good. I enjoy how it worked out, but you know, hit me up. Tell me what you thought of it.
Starring Theodore Blasthouse and Brandy Handerglass.
Brandy Handerglass.
Got him.